All right, so I woke up this morning and I just found out that my WordPress site got hacked. I see that. It annoys me. I just did a quick backup here from my host just before I started. I went through, I updated a few of the plugins. It didn't really seem like, I don't really think it was plugin related. I like to look to see if any weird users were added here that might be a suspicious user. That's not my email address. That's not the case. So there's a couple of things I could do here. I think well, obviously after doing a backup, the first thing that I would do would be to install Wordfence. Wordfence is a pretty good comprehensive utility here. Hold on. So we'll do add new plugin, and we will do Wordfence. Okay, so I'm going to install that. While that's installing, this runs on an Amazon instance right here, this website. So I'm actually going to connect to it. There's another thing that you could do. You could do if you connect with an SSH client. Hang on 1 second here. SSH client. There's some PHP. If you're a little bit more advanced and you want to actually figure it out a little bit better, you could connect to it. So I'm going to connect to my thing. I opened up my root port. I don't like I remember password. So, right. So here's where my WordPress resides right here. So there's a couple of commands that you could do. One of them is to find any PHP files that were modified in the past 7 days. That's the command I'm going to use. Find space period -m -7 -name and then isolate the PHP as the extension. And what that's going to tell me is that's going to tell me within here what was modified in the past 7 days. So it would have probably been helpful if I did that before I just updated, because I updated those plugins, and so it's telling me that those plugins were modified in the past 7 days. But if you scroll through here, you can usually see, like, let's see, so that's Wordfence, it's just installed it. Yeah, it doesn't really, nothing really stands out to me. So now we're going to go back over to Wordfence here, see if Wordfence could find any issues here. Let's see. Plugins, Wordfence, security, we're going to activate it. Okay, the plugin's activated. So now we see it here. I don't think you need the premium model. I think the regular one's fine. All right. March 29th. So let's just do a scan here. See what it comes up with. Again, I don't even think any of these paid memberships. It's more about them scanning all of the directories, which comes in the free version, and hopefully it should identify an issue here. Go back to my revisions here and see if I could get it back to before. Let's see. Previous. Okay, so this is my original. These are my original ones right here. So I'm going to restore it back to those. All right, so that should be now back to, hang on. Okay, cool. So that's back to a normal looking post here. Let's go back and see if Wordfence found anything. Or she's found the most recent scan. Let's see. Okay, so scanning to check available. Scanning all themes and plugin core files. Plugin hide your theme name has been removed from WordPress.org. Okay, so the plugin fancy author box appears to be abandoned. September 15th, plugin appears to be abandoned. WP hide, your DNS has changed. You're seeing it. Alright. So here's what I would do. I'm going to change all my passwords here because it's not really showing me. It's not really showing me a huge issue here. So my guess is one of these plugins before I update it was the issue, but this hide your theme name and these other plugins that I'm not using, I could get rid of them. I don't need them. So I'm just going to open this up in a new tab. So I could kind of do just a side by side here. Let's see. All right, so plugins. So what did it say was an issue? Hide your theme name. Hide your theme name. I'm just going to delete it. I don't need it. It's not even activated. What else is an issue here? Fancy author box appears to be abandoned. I'll even take this and I'll put this into Google just to see if there's been an issue with it. I think I'm just going to kill it. I mean, I don't need it. I mean, I think it just had the way it displayed the names. I mean, obviously, if the plugin's abandoned by the author, I don't even think it's worth keeping. Let's see where that is. Fancy author box. Yeah, it's not even activated. So again, I'm gonna delete that one too. Oops. Delete. What else? You'll notice it, when you do a lot of WordPress stuff, you install some plugins and some you need, some you don't. This I know I changed this. So all right, so I fixed this issue. I fixed this issue. I fixed this issue. I know about this change. All right, so it's telling me that there's no other issues here. I think it's good to just keep Wordfence enabled. It has a couple of things where it helps some brute force logins and different things that people would do. So let's go ahead and just change our admin username to while we're here, or whatever our default username is. Is there an admin? I'm not even sure if I have an admin user. I don't. I think it's actually good to not have an admin user. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to change my login here, just my password for it. There you go. You saw my password. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to change my password. So I've updated that. Sure, I'll update that. And that's it. So I restored the issue. The issue was this post was defaced. Now that post was either defaced from a outdated plugin where I wasn't up to date, or a core file that could have been out to date, or it could have been one of the developers that I had that was using it. Their computer was compromised too. I'm guessing that one of the developers that was using my WordPress had their logins compromised, so I just had to go through and reset passwords. And I think just leaving Wordfence running will definitely help you in the future from brute force attacks and all different types of things that happen with WordPress. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right.